the 30th edition of the Investec Champions Cup, and it's underway. The first moment was a nutmeg. It is going to come back, or at least that's the order of the referee.
Yes,
in fact, it's become a penalty advantage.
And I think in these conditions, La Rochelle will take this. I think that close to the line, you see the try line right in front of them. That ability to even just use your momentum on a greasy surface. I think one more pick and Bath would have been over there.
Yeah, it's pretty experienced from Tolu Latu. You know, when you're going for those final centimetres, aren't you? He just keeps his hand in there. Thomas du Toit, and this is what you mentioned. The pick now. Good clear out. Will Stewart with the pick. Thomas du Toit works really hard again. Pepper comes round the corner. Here's Thomas du Toit, 4 out. He scored bucket loads of tries for Bath over the last couple of seasons. And Andy Brace, the referee, called it clearly, didn't he? Short release. Tolu Latu kept his hand in there. And this should be a straightforward 3 points for Finn Russell.
And Andrew Brace needs to give them the mark. Oh, and it's going to be the quick dive for the line, but it's not enough. Drawbridge was down and pulled up at the last from Bath, but now they drive again. La Rochelle, is that down in there? Oh, yes, it is. Andrew Brace has seen all he needs to see.
Just the momentum in and around the post area. It's Oscar Jagu. Just with the pick and go here. Gets underneath, keeps his legs pumping. Looks like it, with the help of Winnie Antonio as well. Drags him over the line with his 25 start. But his pillows get absolutely drenched after a game. Ears bleeding, head bleeding, the lot. You have to go through some pillowcases, I reckon.
This is a drive from La Rochelle that is getting quite some change out of the Bath defence. That's a good 15 metres so far and smuggled back. Reda Wardy with his hands on it now. All of the pack getting involved. Sucheni over the line and the try scored. What a statement from Stade Rochelais at the Rec.
The scrum's held up well, but you see Bath compete, which leaves them a bit exposed on the floor. And it gets moving crucially, it gets moving quickly. But look at the men in front. You've got Antonio in front. You've got the big boys. Reda Wardy managed to recycle himself into the back of that maul. And even then I thought if Bath had...
Higher West and Kerr Barlow, they'll come up with a good exit and a good kick. Starts with a drive.
Oh, they are not hanging around in the drive. It's Aldrich saying, well, if you're not going to offer us a maul, then we'll just keep making those metres. But eventually the turnover will come. You find yourself isolated. Has it got the legs? Yes, it has. They seem to be tempered cheers coming from the far side. They weren't sure. He would have been happy to see it. Andy Robinson, man who won the first Champions Cup competition with Bath, 1998. Time with England as well, of course.
And Scotland. He's your coach, wasn't he, John?
I know what you're going to say. I didn't get him sacked.
That was my other mate, Jim Hamilton, I think.
Great take.
It was indeed. Partly off the cheekbone as well, I think. Well, I think Thomas du Toit is coming around the side.
It's a shame. In those conditions, you just want someone who's really aggressive and coming onto the ball and dominating that space. And Ted Hill does a fantastic job of doing that. Catches the ball cleanly as well, which is no mean feat. But again, the Bath players gone off their feet, sealed off, given an easy penalty away as we have another look at it.
It's difficult for him, but with this new directive, you know, he's turned and kind of dropped his shoulder a little bit from the chaser. And it is right, it is a penalty in how it's being refereed now. It's really hard for that lifter to understand what you've got to do. You've got to follow your man around and then try and get out of the way last minute.
Long one, and it's going to work nicely. Oh, it's a super pickup, and it's just absolutely opened up for Tawera Kerr-Barlow. World champion All Black is not going to say no to the doors, if you like, for La Rochelle.
Look, I just wonder if the impact of that last drive, the last score from La Rochelle, impacts their decision-making. They fly into this maul really early. Pepper commits early as the ball's thrown to the tail. It's a really soft try. They dummy at the front, drag them forward, almost dummy the drive.
And he read the riot act this week, and it certainly worked.
Not the smoothest of lineouts that time from La Rochelle, but they are looking to tidy it up and clear the ball. No need to play a second longer than they need to in these conditions.
He's got to retreat and get back behind Bruce Doolan, so big opportunity now for Bath.
Part of the decision behind this was a conversation between Finn Russell and Thockhana Singer again. Is it going to be the job of the forwards, or is it going to be the backs all piling in? It is. Thockhana Singer adds himself through to trying to drive it and push it in the right direction. It's at the back, it's on the ground, it's the try for Bath. And finally, their first of the match. And it's going to overcook a little bit as well.
It has done. It's the first time in the game that Bath have actually managed to capitalise on that field position. We saw it in the first half with the double pump on the throw, the missed opportunity. We spoke about just a few minutes ago the importance of scoring early, scoring next, narrowing that scoreboard pressure. And importantly, the kick from Finn Russell, we almost overlooked it as we see what causes the skirmish on the floor.
What that did show, though, in that kick battle, Bath won the kick battle. They're now line out on the opposition's 10-metre line. It's important they score next.
Made the replacements. Redpath uses the footwork. Niall Annett, tackler first, come onto the field.
Onside! Go. Advantage if you want. Huh?
Russell, just on the toe. This is the one that Thockhana Singer was meant to go forward and try and claim, and Pepper reacts to the loose ball. Oh, there's going to be a bit of work around the post and have Bath got themselves a touchdown on that. Pepper gives it the big spuds.
They've got the advantage, but like every single player in that backline knows, they put it into no man's land. Dylan Lades does a good job of missing the ball entirely, and then Carballo slips. But that's what you do in these conditions. You understand there's going to be so much error just in how you collect the ball. The post gets in the way of Carballo as he slips. Game on.
From first look, it's seen that.
So we don't have any decision.
From first look, it seemed like Carballo slips completely. Doesn't get downward pressure in the in goal. He's gone try yes or no.
Yeah. It's gone up to our TMO, Ollie Hodges, said there's no
checking
decision.
now, Bracey.
Oh, that might
Okay,
just
so it's
be
not
enough.
grounded by Black, it's knocked backwards. And it's clearly grounded by Bath.
Okay, play that again.
So the ball is not grounded by La Rochelle. He attempts to ground it and knocks it backwards. Does not without ground. He doesn't put downward pressure on it. And then Bath ground the ball, so you may award the try.
Okay, so try is good. Doesn't clearly ground the ball.
Well, it's the man who chipped it through.
And then Bath ground the ball after, so it's a try. Yeah.
Correct.
Thank you.
It's between Pepper and Roux, was it?
Yeah, I think Quinn Roux gets his hand down first.
Try is good.
Ollie Hodges. There we go, the place is going wild now. Ollie Hodges, the TMO.
Wasn't clearly grounded by 9.
Felt that Carballo didn't get it down, which he didn't. It's actually Quinn Roux. They'll be fighting about it in the changing rooms. The cameras think it's Guy Pepper, but for me that was Quinn Roux's hand in the scrum cap. Finn slots the conversion, game on.
Yeah, absolutely good. Yeah, it's just the weight of the kick from Finn Russell. It's a shot to nothing. They've got the advantage, but like every single player in that backline knows, they put it into no man's land. Dylan Lades does a good job of missing the ball entirely, and then Carballo slips. But that's what you do in these conditions. You understand there's going to be so much error just in how you collect the ball. The post gets in the way of Carballo as he slips. Game on.
I'm sure they can both spit a drink at the end of the evening if it particularly proves to be decisive, because we have a 1-point game at the rack in the wind and the rain.
Okay. Back here.
West slots the 3.
The 3 points, if Bath have already got the bonus point, no, they're going to hoop it out. They don't want to risk anything.
Well, Stade Rochelais did all the work in the first half that gave them the platform for that victory. 3 tries from Shagu, Wardy and Kurt Barlow.